Yeah, good morning students and welcome to Hadoop Big Data Analytics class. In today's class, we are going to see about configuration of XML files, right. So, in our previous class, we have seen few configuration files. So, in today's class, we will basically focus on where these configuration files will be available. So, these configuration files will be available in the conf folder. Now, where is this conf folder, that we have to check, right? All the configuration related files will be there in the conf folder. So, where this conf folder will be available and how they will look like, what are the contents in that we are going to see practically in today's class. So, in our previous class, we have seen these are the configuration files. So, Hadoop env.sh is one configuration file and scoresite.xml is one configuration file, hrefs site.xml file is one configuration file, mapred site.xml is one configuration file, master is one configuration file and slave is another configuration file. So, these configuration files which we have already listened and discussed in our previous sessions, just revise their importance. So, Hadoop env.sh file basically consists of environmental variables that are used in scripts to run the Hadoop. So, they consist of environmental variables which are used in the scripts so that we can run the Hadoop, right. So, these are the things will be there in the Hadoop env.sh file. With respect to the core site.xml file, what this core site.xml file basically consists of? They consist of settings for Hadoop such as IO settings, which are common to HDFS as well as MapReduce, right. And hrefs site.xml file basically consists of settings for HDFS daemons such as name node, secondary name node and data nodes. And what about the mapred site.xml is, the mapred site.xml consists of settings for MapReduce daemons. What are MapReduce daemons we are having? Job tracker is one and task trackers, right. And that means what? In hrefs site.xml file, it basically have information regarding the name node, secondary name node and data nodes, daemons related to the name node, secondary name node and data node. Whereas in the mapred site.xml file, it basically consists of daemons related to the MapReduce such as task tracker and job tracker. So, these are the daemons. And last configuration files are master and slave. So, what are the list of machines available and slaves? What are the list of slave machines are available? So, all these things are configuration files, right. So, I repeat once again in a glance, that is Hadoop env.sh file. In Hadoop env.sh file, it basically consists of environment variables which are used for scripts so that Hadoop can run it. And the second is called as core site XML file. This consists of settings related to the IO settings that are common to both HDFS as well as MapReduce. And hrefs site.xml files settings for HDFS daemons such as name node, data node and secondary name node. And with respect to mapred site.xml file, it consists of settings for MapReduce daemons such as job tracker and task tracker. And last, that is called as master and slave. The master consists of list of machines. Of course, we will be having a one master only for the one Hadoop cluster. And slaves, list of slave machines or list of nodes which are available in that cluster. So, these are the configuration files. So, let us see now how these configuration files will be available in the Hadoop. So, in our class we will be using the Cloudera. So we are going to download the Cloudera, and then we are going to use the Cloudera by using the virtual box. So I am using the virtual box here for the demonstration of these configuration XML files. Right. We will see the execution part. Right. As I said you that we are going to use the VMware Workstation. So I am going to use VMware Workstation to make use of Cloudera so that I can run the Hadoop, right? So how to do that, we are going to see one by one steps. As we are going to see here, we have a Cloudera 3.0, and the Cloudera 3.0 we are going to start. So we have already, I have opened it, so you no need to start again. So we have opened it. So now once you open the Cloudera by using the VMware Workstation, so it is going to ask the password, and I am giving the password as Cloudera. So once you open the Cloudera, it looks like this, and as our main intention is about viewing the configuration files, and to view the configuration files, you can go to Places, My Computer. In the My Computer, you can go to File System. In the File System, you can go to USR. In the USR, you can go to Lib. And in the Lib, you have Hadoop 0.20, and in this Hadoop 0.20, you have configuration folder. You can see here, these are the important configuration folders which we have discussed theoretically. Core site.xml file is one, hadoop.env.sh file is one, hdfs site.xml file, mapred site.xml file, and we have master and we have slaves. So these are the files. Now what are the contents present in this file that we are going to see now one by one. So let us see the first one, that is called as core site.xml file. I am opening with the text editor. So these are the contents available in the core site.xml file. So by default, localhost port will be 8020, and the Oozie proxy user settings will be like this: Hadoop proxy user.oozie.hosts, and these settings you no need to change unless it requires. So wherever necessary changes are required, we are going to see in the next upcoming sessions. So this is about core site.xml file. The next file is called as Hadoop env.sh file. So let us open this in the text editor. These are the environmental variable settings we are going to do here. Whenever you work with Pig or Hive, then you are going to make changes in this file. Otherwise, we will not make changes. See, there is a default setting for the Java setting is done here, and Hadoop class path is also set here. So since we are working on the pseudo distributed mode, as we know that we can work with Hadoop in 3 modes, that is called as fully distributed mode, pseudo distributed mode, and single node. So working with the pseudo distributed mode, where one machine will be the master and another, the same machine will be the slave. The next is called as hdfs site.xml file. These are the contents present in the hdfs site.xml file. So it consists of all the daemons. The next configuration file is called as mapred site.xml file, which consists of all the daemons related to the MapReduce, that is called as job tracker and task tracker. Job tracker and task tracker, by default port will be 8021. And we have master. As I said you that we are working with the pseudo distributed mode. My one machine is a master and my same machine will be the slave. So since I am working with the pseudo distributed mode, my master is my local host. Similarly, if I open the slave, the same information will be there, the slave is also local host. So this is about our configuration files. So these are about your configuration files, core site.xml file, and Hadoop env.sh file, hdf site.xml file, mapred site.xml file, slave and master. So you have seen when I have opened the master and when I opened the slave, so both I got as a local host. Why I got as a local host? Because I am working in a pseudo distributed mode. In pseudo distributed mode, all the daemons will be running. That means the job tracker will be running, task tracker will be running, name node will be there, job tracker will be there, secondary name node will be there, everything, all the daemons will be running. But my single machine is a master as well as slave, both together one. That is the reason when I opened the master and slave, I got as a local host. But if you run on the multi nodes or fully distributed architecture of the Hadoop, then whatever the slave nodes will be there, these are my slave nodes. So whatever the machine name I give here, S1, slave node 1, slave node 2 or slave node 3, so they are connected in the network. So when I open the slaves at that time, instead of local host, you will be getting these 3 names if you will be working on the fully distributed cluster. And whatever the master node name you are given, the master information will be there in the master file, as long as you are working on the multi-node architecture. Multi-node Hadoop cluster. But now we are not working on the multi-node Hadoop cluster. So in the slave I got as a local host, and in the master also I got as a local host, because I am working on the pseudo distributed mode. So that is all about today's configuration of XML files. So practically we have seen how the configuration of XML files will be available in the machine. I will just show you how can you watch them through the terminal box also. You can see here, I am opening, this is my terminal window. You can watch the configuration files using the terminal window too. So I am giving the command here, cd, this is my root, my usr lib Hadoop 0.20 cd config file. So when I give ls, so these are my configuration files. So you can view the configuration files either by switching on the places and my computer, or if you are well versed with the commands and well versed with the terminal window, you can work like this also. So same output we got here, we have got the same, we got master, we got slaves, we got hdf site.xml file, we got Hadoop env.sh file, mapred site.xml file. So all the configuration files we got, other property files they are, but these are very important files, core site.xml file. So in this fashion also you can view the contents of the configuration files. So in today's class we have seen the demonstration of configuration of XML files. So we have seen the configuration of XML files from the file system also, and the second we have seen through the terminal window just by changing the directory and then giving the ls command. Thank you for listening the class.